Here's a quiz question for you all. What's the only reading in the liturgical year that's not supposed to end with the word of the Lord or gospel of the Lord? Now, if this were live, then you could put the answer in the chat, but since we're not, I'll just give the answer. It's the Exodus reading from the Easter Vigil. It talks about the Israelites marching into the sea on dry land, and when they reach the shore, they look back, they see the waters flowing back, and everyone who oppressed them is gone. That reading ends with the following sentence. Then Moses and the Israelites sang this song to the Lord.
Let us sing to the Lord. He has covered himself in glory. Let us sing to the Lord. He has covered himself in glory. I will sing to the Lord.
What you just heard might be one of the oldest parts of the Bible. It's often referred to as the Song of Miriam, despite the fact that it's introduced as Moses and the Israelites who are singing it, because we are told that the sister of Moses, Miriam, takes a timbrel and starts singing this song while the women dance, similar to what happened when the warriors came home in a procession of triumph. So this is a song of deliverance. It's a song of exaltation. The war is over. And God himself is described as a warrior who has taken Israel's side and who has made a path through the sea as easily as when he separated dry land from water at the first creation. There's no shame about saying that God has taken sides. We might be a bit cautious with making such claims, but in this song it's very clear that God is taking Israel's side, and he is doing so completely at the expense of the Egyptians. And he doesn't do so hesitantly or cautiously, but really with an iron fist. And God's right hand is mentioned 3 times in this poem. God is a powerful God, and this power is coupled with fury. At the blast of your nostrils, the waters piled up, is what the song says. And if we can make a small detour here, perhaps you've heard that the word for mercy in Hebrew is rachamim, which is related to rechem or womb. It's the place where life is cherished, a very physical organ. Well, in the same way, God's wrath is also related to an organ of the human body, because the word for wrath is af, which means nostril. It's the place where your spirit blows through. And in fact, when God is described as slow to anger, that literally means something like long of nose. It takes some time for the spirit of fury to arrive, you see, if God has a long nose. Well, in this case, God sends out his fury, his spiritedness, for the deliverance of Israel. In the middle of the song, we go from the depths to the heights. First, we hear how the waters pile up on both sides, and then, in a flashback, we hear the song of the enemy, a small song incorporated into this major song. And this song of the enemy is all about I. It's about me. And it comes in short bursts. It's I'll chase, I'll reach, I'll plunder. It's about my desire and my sword and my hand. It's a short song, and the next moment it's literally drowned out forever. In the song of Miriam as a whole, it's not I who is central, it's you. And for a moment after the waters come back, we are taken up to the heavenly court. And the singers ask, who is like you among the mighty ones? Who is like you? All of this, all the exodus, the deliverance is happening so that the people can be led to God's own place, a place where they can live in peace. And there's nothing that can stop this movement. That's what the song is saying. Miriam is singing that as Israel crosses the Red Sea, all the nations are trembling. Philistia, Edom, Moab, Canaan, they are trembling. They are still as stone, and they are not going to move until God's people have passed through, until God's people crosses over. The women would sing when the men would come home. And this too is a song of homecoming. God is coming back to the place where he lives, and he is taking his people with him. It's a poem of victory, and it ends with the line, "The Lord will reign forever and ever."